For we are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ among those who are being saved and those who are perishing. Over the course of a typical morning spent in the Learning Center at Laridan, my nostrils have come to anticipate the many different aromas it will inhale. A whiff of syrup wafting in behind Arthur, whose hands are still sticky from breakfast. The scent of floral perfume trailing Emma as she wheels herself into class with a face full of her latest makeup experiment. The smell of coffee and cigarettes accompanying Marilyn, who refuses to go anywhere without both of these guilty delights in hand. On a typical Tuesday morning, Tom comes into the Learning Center and gets right to work, all focus and no distraction. Occasionally, he lets out a little squeal of self-pride as the balloons flood his iPad screen, signaling that he successfully completed another level on his math app. As I peek over his shoulder, my nostrils scrunch up at an overpowering smell. I notice his overgrown beard laced with remnants from his breakfast, his shaggy hair sprinkled with dandruff, and his long fingernails caked with dried chocolate. I wipe off his beard and fingernails as best I can and jokingly say, "Tom, man, you gotta tell your mom she's gotta clean you up for your girlfriend." I give him my best wink. "Yeah, I gotta tell her she's gotta clean me up," he agrees with a smile on his face and the usual positive tone in his voice. A few minutes later, Tom's staff pulls me aside and shares that Tom's mom suffered an accident and can no longer take care of him like she used to. He adds that despite not receiving the proper care, Tom would never utter a bad word about her. I am left both heartbroken and full of an even deeper sense of admiration for this gentle, loving, and optimistic man. I am embarrassed to admit that, at first, Tom's smell moved my body to create a bit more distance between the two of us. Yet, after learning this insight into his life, I no longer wanted to move away from Tom. In fact, I wanted to move closer. I would be lying if I didn't admit that I am regularly left heartbroken by the complicated stories of both Tom and many of the individuals at Laridan. The injustices they suffer as a result of their vulnerability are unfair and unsettling. But being in Tom's presence, I am reminded again that we are to God the pleasing aroma of Christ. I can no longer take in Tom's aroma and not be reminded of the unconditional love he has for his mom and the undeniable face of Christ I see in him. As I stand next to Tom, Arthur, Emma, Marilyn, and the many other individuals I encounter at Laridan, I now take in their many aromas with humility. Their vulnerability and willingness to let me come so close I can notice their scent is a gift that draws me deeper into God's presence and reminds me of my own humanity. These aromas show me the pace that God calls me to live at. He does not want me to run away from these smells. God invites me to take in the fragrance of His presence and asks me to stay right there.